till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in.
All right. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely wonderful today. Welcome to Against All Odds meeting webinar that we have today. We have a lot of good news, guys. My name is JC Martinez. I'm one of the founders of this wonderful project, and I am today alongside with my partners, Travis Martin and Dan Putnam, and we're about to bring you a lot of good stuff, a lot of good news. And I just want to share with you guys my hat really quick. This is the hat that Dan Putnam has made for everyone. Get rich and give back. And what a wonderful saying, guys, because that's actually something that that's our vision. That's our main thing. We want to go ahead and basically give back. We want to go ahead and create millionaires around the globe. And we know that with this vision and with this project, it's going to be happening. So we're super excited, guys. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that on 8/8, you guys have to save that date on your calendar, August 8 at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Scratch it out. Make sure that you're going to be there. We're going to have, just like you are seeing on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see my screen perfectly, but if you guys can see my screen perfectly, that is the date. That is the date when we're going to go ahead and do the launch of Against All Odds, and you cannot go ahead and miss it. You need to invite all your friends, all the people that needs to be there, because this is going to be absolutely wonderful. So, guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let me go ahead and stop my screen really quick so I can go ahead and introduce the next guest that we have right now here. And I know that even my phone is talking to me right now. There you go. All right, so I'm going to introduce now to the founder, one of the founders of this wonderful project, which is AAO Against All Odds. His name is Travis Martin. Obviously, you guys know Travis. He has his charisma, his energy, all the things that he's bringing to the table, and of course, the experience that he has in network marketing is just absolutely out of this world. He has been one of the top companies and executive on the biggest launches and the biggest companies around the globe. And we're super excited to have him here tonight with us. And I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much, Travis, for being here with us tonight. Can you hear me, my friend?
I can. Can you hear me okay, JC?
I can hear you perfectly. The floor is yours, my friend.
Thank you, JC. Hey, thank you, everyone, for joining the call here today. We're excited to go over some updates with you. Let me just first throw some kudos JC's way. A lot of the magic you see of getting these Zooms together, getting us together, getting the agenda together, you're looking at the guy who's doing that, and he really is the energy and a lot of the hard work that you see behind this whole mission going on. And JC, thank you for all your time and effort, man. We appreciate you. It's a pleasure to be partnered with you. And I've told people this, I've done business a lot. And it's the first time in my entire career where I actually like my business partners more than just business partners. Like, we like to hang out and have a good time. And it's nice to do business with you, JC, and to see your transformation that we're going to be sharing with everyone here as this company launches. But yes, just to reinforce what JC was saying, we have a soft launch on 8/8. That's August 8th, Monday, 7 p.m. We will send out a Zoom link to everybody. We want you to join in and celebrate that day with us. We have a really nice house in Park City, Utah that we're kicking it off with. We're going to do a champagne toast. But more importantly, we're going to do it live from the house with JC, myself, Dan Putnam, and a lot of our frontline brand partners, or we call them influencers here at Against All Odds. And you're going to be hearing from them directly about what's coming up. Just to go over some things as far as you can understand, as far as those that are joining the call here today. So 8/8's our soft launch. What is soft launch? What does that mean? Well, it means that you will be able to sign up your team at no cost. It's a chance, an opportunity for you to send out to as many people as you like, get the structure you want to get in place, and get them in. The last week in August, we will then start hitting those cards and allowing people to keep those positions and earning their first NFT at the end of that month of August. So we are on track for that. So far, no delays. we feel pretty strongly about hitting that deadline as well. So gear up, put those dates on your calendar. A little on an update on the app. So we have two apps. One is going to be a recruiting app. Dan can talk about that one. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the 5 non-negotiables app. We are probably this week, we'll keep you updated, getting that ready to be in the Apple Store and in the Google Play Store. It will be called the AAO 5 non-negotiables. It's an app with a small video that introduces you to the 5 non-negotiables, what they are, how to get started, what they do. We even have an ability for you to go in and create your own teams, keep yourself accountable, and mark every day whether you have or have not completed your non-negotiable. And I'm not even going to say have not completed, because then you would be defeating the whole purpose of a non-negotiable, because those should be checked every day, because it's a non-negotiable. And we're going to teach you really the discipline that comes with that. Just briefly, I want to just cover a few things before I bring on Dan. I have been a part, as JC mentioned, and Dan talked about why he likes me here as a partner with AAO. And I really have been part of some of the fastest growing network marketing companies. I mean, iconic from day one. And I've seen growth from 0 to 500 million in a few years' time. And the reason why I bring this up is, as we're doing this, as we're getting the word out, we have had amazing meetings with significant 7-figure named individuals in this industry that you all would recognize, that are interested, coming on board and excited about the idea of a single product. But it's not just a single product idea, it's the non-negotiables, it's the app that goes with it, it's the NFTs as a recognition, it's the whole culture, it's the whole idea of the compensation plan being the 3x10, a force matrix, with a lot of other great things we're adding to it as well too. And that momentum, I'm telling you, if you don't capitalize on it now, will be the biggest mistake of your life. When you capitalize on momentum, those are the people that I have seen literally become millionaires overnight and are part of the biggest growth of those companies as the companies launch. And so don't waste this time. It's very rare to be in a startup company, especially in today's economy with what's going on, to be able to have that leverage, to get people to get in, get them signed up, and then be able to leverage a $50 product that everybody needs. As we all know, the product is probably one of the most unique and the best products on the market today. It really is all the nutrition you need. We did a product training on that this last call. I think we've sent that out to some leaders, but this will all be available to everybody to share and get online. But just want to emphasize how important and how exciting it is this next month in August is going to be. So we'll keep you updated on that. But I don't want to take a lot of the time away. I want to time the time over to really the creator and the visionary of this whole thing. I'll never forget the day when Dan called me. I was on in the Bahamas with my family doing a vacation, and I took a call that lasted 3 hours. My wife even wondered what happened to me. Where did I go? And Dan and I talked a whole lot about the 5 non-negotiables. We talked about the culture, and he shared this idea and this vision of this product with these greens. And we, gone out to the fields and did some videotaping at the sunrise. But is that alone allowed me to see what he saw, which is this $1 billion idea that we are putting together. But that all starts with one person and one mind, and that is Dan Putnam. And I feel blessed to be honored to be a part of this team and to be here with him, and for him to share the vision of what is going on and what's been happening with you here today. So Dan Putnam, take it away, Dan. We appreciate you, all you're doing, and all the hard work that you're putting into this.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Travis. And really, those of you that know my background, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of it on this call. We've done it on other calls, but my goal has been pretty simple. For the last several decades, it's been to create the best duplication and retention model ever created. And that's kind of the idea that I shared with both JC and Travis. And it's not just the product. It's not just a comp plan. It's not just a system. It's not just anything. It's a total package. And I'm also one that studies success. A saying that I've heard so many times is success leaves clues. And it's something that I literally study. So when I see a company that goes out and makes amazing things happen, I really try and find out, what did they do? What was the difference? Was it the marketers? Was it the plan? Was it their tools? Obviously it's always a combination of everything. And then I also study things outside of, network marketing in the home-based business. And what are consumers looking for? What are consumers buying? What are they buying month after month after month? What's growing? What are all the influencers going after? And the biggest influencers in the world, what are they pushing? And so I started to notice some things, and just some podcasts that I listened to, like Tim Ferriss, Joe Rogan, a lot of these guys, I started noticing them all pitching one product, and the product was just talking about the simplicity and simplifying nutrition, and Tim Ferriss talking about I never go anywhere without this product, and it's the perfect way to start your day. And I just continually went. If I'm just going to take one thing, this is what I'm going to take. And so I started studying. I'm not going to mention the name of the company. A lot of people might already know. But I started studying what they're doing and their price points and all of those stories and thinking of, how could we do something like that? And I started seeing other companies, other nutrition companies, again, outside of network marketing, outside of home-based business, just straight direct to consumers. And how are they building their brand, and how are things moving, and things like Andy Frisella with the First Form, and what he's done with his Real AF podcast and 75 Hard, and then some other people that I know, what they've done with their podcast and their coaching systems and their clothing lines, and literally creating hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, and just massive income, and seeing some other big social influencers and what they're talking about, where technology is moving, Web 3.0, NFTs, all of these, and then seeing Jeff Bezos move up to, for a period of time, the richest person in the world, and then Elon Musk passing him, and seeing what are they doing, and what have they done to make all this happen? How did Amazon go from selling books out of somebody's garage to probably the biggest retailer in the entire world, and without question the best shipper in the entire world? How did that stuff happen? And so we really started looking and seeing, as Travis said, I mean, Travis has been in this industry for well over 20 years. I've been in the industry now for almost 30 years. JC's been in the industry for 15 years. Tommy, who's our president, has been in. I've worked with him personally for close to 20 years. So again, if you just look at the four of us, there's well over 100 years of experience. And one of my favorite sayings is, I win or I learn. And there's been a lot of great wins over the last 3 years, and there's been a lot of learning experiences. I tell people all the time, I became an expert at things that don't work way faster and way more often than finding the things that actually do work. But now fast forward, to 2022 and what we're doing with Against All Odds. And the name, again, everything just kind of came together, because to go and create the best duplication and retention model and to do the things we're doing, of course we know it's against all odds, but that's why the company's against all odds. Anybody having success and doing something amazing is against all odds. But so the name fits it perfectly. But just kind of putting all this together, and really focusing just on the last 6 years. The last 6 years of my life have been crazy. Probably more stress than I've ever had in my entire life. The ups and downs, the roller coasters. But I have learned more in the last 6 years than ever before. I've learned things that work. I've learned things that don't work. And it's always kind of been that concept is like, man, if I could do it over again, this is what I do. If I had another opportunity, this is the things I would do different. And I'm sure every single person that's listening to this has been in those situations in their life. And it's not always the perfect timing when things come to you. I was not looking at starting a company. I didn't have a goal. We have a fantastic company right now that we've done hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in sales over the last few years. So I wasn't looking to, hey, I got this great idea. Let's start a whole new company and do all these things. But as this was going and all of the things that I had been thinking about, it was literally a drive. I should have wrote down the day. I don't remember the day. Travis could probably figure it out since he was on his trip to the Bahamas. He could probably narrow it down. To be honest with you, I don't even remember the exact month. Things just kind of all come to a blur, especially as we're getting closer and closer to kicking this thing off on 8/8. But it was all going down on a trip. And these are things that I've been thinking about for quite some time. Some of these ideas and concepts I've been thinking about for years, all of them for months. And I was making a trip from my house in Layton, Utah, northern Utah, down to a house that I have in St. George. And I passed the exit, which happens to be where we get the raw ingredients for our greens mix in the active greens. And the thought came to me. It's like, okay, as clear as anything has ever come to me in my entire life, this is what you've got to do. And I promise every single person, the timing was not good. I was not looking to do something in a nutrition company or anything like that. But I said, okay, the single product, this is the product that it needs to be. Throw in the non-negotiables, throw in the podcast, throw in the clothing line, all of the training, all of the systems, all of these things that I've literally, some of these ideas, I've talked to friends. One of the people, as Travis was saying, we've been talking to, 7-figure earners from literally all over the world. Some flying in, Zoom calls, face to face, all of these things. And one of them in particular, I hadn't reached out, not that I didn't want to, but he's been super busy in just life, very, very successful. So I figured there's not much chance that he's going to be interested in what we're doing here. But I reached out because this is somebody that I literally probably for over 20 years, we've been talking about an exact concept. And one of the concepts that we're rolling out here with AAO, and I called him and said, hey, you know how we've been talking about this and how you've been mentioning this literally for the last 20 years? And he's like, yeah. And I said, well, we're going to do it. Check this out. What do you think? And almost every single person we've talked to, it's like just a breath of fresh air, because people are looking to simplify life. I mean, we've all been through so many crazy things with COVID after the last couple of years, and the entire world as we know it has changed. And so what we're doing is we're taking everything I've learned over the last 30 years, everything that Travis has learned over the last 20 plus years, and JC and Tommy, and saying, hey, let's put it all together in one package, starting with the single product focus. And again, every company that I have been part of, that I've launched, we had the most success when we started with the single product, and nothing positive I really ever saw happen when we started to add to that. What I started to see is confusion, people not knowing exactly what to focus on, duplication slowing down, and really complicating the business. And then I really looked at it and started to pay attention, and looking at some of these companies that talking with Travis, some of the companies that he was there right from the beginning, two of the fastest growing companies, not just in network marketing, in the entire world, that went from 0 to around 500 million in 3 years, and then continued to grow billions and billions of dollars in sales. Both of them started with a single product company. Both of them added products later on, and both of them lost all the focus and all the momentum, and now they're both of them bought out by other companies. Another company starting out with a single product, running up to billions of dollars in cumulative sales, and same thing, adding products and then being bought out by another company. So that they, not only did they lose the focus, they lost everything. And I'm not saying that every single company should be single product. If companies have, $100, $200 monthly qualifiers, you definitely probably need more than one product to spread that out. And I think that was the problem with some of the single product companies that had been started earlier, is they had one product, but they put monthly qualifiers of $100 or $200. So now I have to buy 4 or 8 or 12 bottles of this single product, and that just doesn't make sense. Everybody within 2-3 months is going to have so much product that they're going to stop their auto ship, because it just doesn't make sense to keep ordering. But if you have one product and that maxes out the entire compensation plan, then that makes a lot more sense. And then every single person having the same story, every single person having the tools and the training and everything that they need, the things that I've learned as a distributor to be able to build organizations of hundreds of thousands of people, and not just organizations back in 1993 when I started, but building in 95, in 98, in 2000, 2002, 2004, 2008, 2010, 2015, 2022. So the things that I've learned, a lot of times you have people that have had success in the industry, and that success was 20 or 30 years ago. They haven't been able to duplicate it. I've been able to duplicate it 100% of the time. And the reason why is because I know exactly what it takes to build an organization. It's not that complicated. Duplication and retention. I know exactly what it takes to duplicate. I know the 5 main factors for retention. And then we've built all of this in to a phone app to teach every single person the things that work. You don't have to go through all the trial and error. I've done this for 30 years. I could give you, 1,000-hour training on all the things that don't work, but that's just an absolute waste of time. I can break it down and in 20 or 30 minutes explain exactly what you need to do that works, and leave it at that. There's nothing else necessary. And so an app has everything built into it that works and tells you exactly what to do on a daily basis. And that's on the business side. Just as important is the lifestyle. In order for somebody to make changes in their life, in order for somebody to really have magic happen, there has to be opportunity present, but you have to change what you're doing. There's no way that you can have a massive transformation in your income and in your life doing the same thing that you've always done, unless you're already where you want to be. But very few people in the world are exactly where they want to be. But here's the great thing. If you already are where you want to be, then we can reward you for teaching others to level up and be where they want to be. And we do that by consistency, but not just consistency, consistently doing the right things. Most of us as human beings are extremely consistent. We're just consistently doing the wrong things, getting in our own way, really becoming our number one stumbling block. And so we said, okay, there's some things in your life that you should control. There should be by design. And these are things that can level up over time. You need to start with something that you're willing to put down as a non-negotiable. What is a non-negotiable? Just think about the word. What does it mean to you? What it means to you is probably the exact same thing that it means to me. That means that it's going to happen no matter what. There are no excuses in a non-negotiable. This means I'm going to make this change in my life, and it's not negotiable. Again, we realize nobody's perfect, but if you mess up one day, then you just get right back on it. It's non-negotiable to mess up 2 days in a row. And the 5 non-negotiables are something to do with your nutrition. The reason we want to really focus on that is so many people, just because of the busy lifestyles that we live, trying to make everything happen, trying to support a household, trying to work a job, trying to get raises, do all these things, spend time with our family, all the things that we have. So many times our health gets put on a back burner. And so there's some things that have to happen, because if we can show you how to make money, which I know we can, no question. If we can show you how to take control of your time, which I know we can, no question, we also want to make sure that you have the health to enjoy it. So it's extremely important. As a human being, probably the 3 most important things for us personally is our health, wealth, and time. And those are the 3 things that we're really focused on. So starting to make some better decisions in your nutrition. And again, some people already make great decisions in the nutrition. Continue it. And the non-negotiable for a brand new person that doesn't watch anything that they eat, they just eat whatever they want, whenever they want, which again is a large segment of the population. Their non-negotiable might start with, I'm going to drink active greens every single day. That could be their non-negotiable. But as they start doing that, and as they start learning, and as they start working with the other members of the company and learning from all these other people, then they might level it up a little bit and say, you know what, I'm going to cut out some carbs for 1 day, and I'll do 1 day on, 1 day off, or I might do 3 days, or whatever it is, or I'll do 5 days and I'll do a free day, or they'll start to level it up. And that's what these non-negotiables are meant to be. Number 2 is something in your physical activity, movement, because we want people to, again, pay attention to your health. Don't put it on the back burner. It's not something that you can ignore, because so often we ignore it until there's a problem. Then sometimes it can be too late, or a very difficult situation. And so we want to focus on some movement. We're creating all of this within an app. So this is your lifestyle app. That could just be, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. I'm going to do, I'm going to walk for 3 minutes. I'm going to walk for 30 minutes. Whatever it is, it's just movement. But again, the key is it's non-negotiable. So you're not typically going to say, I'm going to work out twice a day for an hour a day, unless you're already doing that and you know that you can stick to it every single day. But you could say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get in 2,500 steps. And this actually in the app can track your steps. And then we go into something for personal development. Again, always improving. It could be learning a language. It could be learning more about the business. It could be listening to a podcast. It could be writing in your journal. All of these different things. Number 4 is what you're going to do to improve your financial situation with your job. That could just be, I'm going to follow exactly what the app says every single day. Everything that we have mapped out, you can do in probably a half hour to an hour a day at the most, if you're just doing what we consider the bare minimum. So again, a lot of the things that AO has can be easily tied into these non-negotiables. And then number 5 is accountability. Work with some accountability partners, and we allow that to happen in the app. So you can have the person who introduced you, the people that you introduce, and you can put your non-negotiables in your app. You can create your own group that you're sharing it. You're marking if you did them. You're tracking the progress. You're holding each other accountable. It could also be, posting on your Instagram stories or whatever you're going to do to hold you accountable. But again, accountability is a huge part of it. So these are all, pieces of the puzzle, the single product, the non-negotiables. And just when we talk about non-negotiables for you as a distributor, we also think that there should be some non-negotiables that you can count on, no questions asked, for the company. That the company has non-negotiables, because if you're going to, put all the effort into this and make these changes, you want a company that you can count on. And some of those things will be the product, just our concept alone, single product. You're not going to see a second product in AAO. The compensation plan not changing. You're not going to see changes in the compensation plan. You're not going to go with a game plan and a structure and start building it, and then have the company switch directions altogether. And then you're like, man, I wish I would have known that. I probably wouldn't even have joined the company if I knew that was going to happen. But it happens all of the time. There's not going to be deals made. There's not going to be insertions. There's not going to be, extra legs from the company. There's not going to be, 6 months from now, somebody hears about this, shows up at the home office and says, hey, I can do, X number of volume. I can do all of this, but I want to be direct to the company. These are things that happen every single day in network marketing, but it's not needed. We don't need, these leaders to do 100 million. We know exactly how to build. We have an app that teaches you exactly how to do it. We're going to level up people in their life through the training, through the non-negotiables. So you don't have to be a massive leader. You don't ever have had to have success in this industry. What you have to have is hope. What you have to have is a dream. What you have to have is a why. What you have to have is desire to make the changes that you want to see happen in your life. I don't care how many millions of dollars you've made or what you've done, because we're so confident in the model that if you just can follow directions, the money's going to happen. I have zero doubts about that. And we're going to attract massive players all over the world to this company because it's just set up so much better. Talking about the single product, talking about the non-negotiables, talking about the non-negotiables for the company. But then in addition to that, we're focused on getting delivery of the product within 1 to 3 days. Now, there could be some markets in the beginning that we're very confident we can get product in 3, 4, 5 days, but there's going to have to be a little bit more infrastructure, a little bit more tweaks. There's probably going to be some countries that we get started in that's maybe 4 or 5 day delivery, but there's going to be 0 countries that we're not confident that we can get the product to people within a week. And in most cases, our goal is 1, 2, or 3 days, so that nobody's waiting for the product. Because if we're going to duplicate faster than any other company, we're going to get product faster to people than any other company. If we're going to duplicate and we're going to retain, these things have to happen. And so these are all, built in as non-negotiables for us as a company. We're not going to go to every single country that somebody knows somebody in, chasing volume. We know just in literally, I am very confident in 3 states in the United States, we can build $1 billion company. 3 states alone. We can leave out the other 47 states, and in 3 states, we can build $1 billion company. We don't have to chase the entire world. We're going to create an infrastructure that is solid. If we have a country on the map, we are very confident that we can support that country to be as big as any company has ever been in that market, and get product faster to people, train people better, give people more resources, give people more of everything that they need. And if it's not on the drop down, until we feel that we can do that, it's not ever going to be on the drop down. Again, we're not looking to be the company that's in the most countries out of every network marketing company or home-based business. We're looking to be the most efficient business that people can count on, so that when you build, that you're not going to be let down by all of the things that typically happen with a crazy worldwide business and a massive infrastructure that has to take place. And so again, these are all the parts of the company. And then doing things like the NFTs and giving something people something to look forward to. So every single month when you order, you're going to get an NFT with that. And I know a lot of people might not even know what an NFT is, or they might not even care what an NFT is. But I guarantee you, when you see what they are, when you read about them and you understand, you're going to want to get it every single month. And again, just by ordering monthly, getting these NFTs, we're going to show you how you can participate in profit sharing of the company. And if you miss an auto ship and you get out of the NFT program, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get back in. So we're putting some things that we're looking for people that really want to make a change, people that really want to be successful. Again, we realize that some people are going to, miss an order and then order the next month and really wish that they could get back in. But these are things that you have to take responsibility and treat it like a business and understand the power of this business. We're going to do all of our recognitions for NFTs. There's so many cool things. As you start to understand what NFTs are and all of the things that we can do with these over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to see that, this really is kind of cool. This Web 3.0, these NFTs and smart contracts and all of these things that are built in, it makes a lot of sense. And it is, something that I think people are going to have a lot of fun with. A clothing line, the Get Rich, Give Back, that the hat that JC was wearing, that's something that I'm super, super passionate about. Not only for myself and for the company, every single person on our corporate team, the 3 founders and Tommy, our president, we all are big into giving back. We want to make a difference in the world. This isn't just about, hey, let's build a massive company so that we can all make a bunch of money. We want our distributors to make a bunch of money, but we also want to instill in them things that we think that need to happen in order to make a massive impact on the world. And that's okay. Yeah, let's make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's also give back. So you're going to see us constantly giving back from the clothing sales, from the product sales, from everything that we're doing, and giving all of our members the opportunity to give back. And so again, these are just all of the things that we're putting together. And I don't want to go into, all kinds of information on the comp plan and those, because that stuff's all coming. I just want to give everybody an exact understanding of what we're doing, why it's different, why you should be excited about it, why you should be, telling everybody that for 8/8. And so here's what to expect. So we literally have a reach right now of thousands of people. I don't know if it's thousands or tens of thousands. For sure, it's thousands of people that have been contacted that are looking to do this. On 7/7, we're taking the front line of the company. That's 3 people. So this compensation structure is a structured plan, 3 wide, 10 levels deep, and a lot more to it. So the 3 people that are basically the start of the company are all coming into town on Sunday. We're getting together and we're starting to put everybody that we've contacted into the tree as far and as deep as we possibly can. And we're going to be doing that on Sunday and on Monday, which is 8/8. At 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we're going to launch a call live with the founders, the president, and the front line of the company. So every single person that's been contacted, it's come through these 3 people. It's 3 legs from the company. That's it. There's never going to be a 4th. And so we're all going to do the call. Once that call ends, we're going to start making the sites live. So some of you will already, be in. We've already put you in. If you haven't, the person who referred you, hopefully will be getting to you on the 8th, on the 9th, on the 10th, right around those time frame, so that you can get your position. This is going to be completely free. You're going to have the ability to bring people in for free. The goal is to bring as many people as you can. From 8/8 to 8/22, we're going to do nightly opportunity calls. With this, we won't go into as much detail as I just did. We're going to keep it much faster. PowerPoint, compensation plan, product, non-negotiables, basically everything that we have. Here it is, 25-minute presentation. Every night, people can lock in for free, and you just want to get as many people as you possibly can. 8/22, I don't know the exact time, and again, possibly things could change. We really don't think that they will, but if something happens, we're not going to launch before we're 100% ready. because we don't want to have, massive problems this early on. But 8/22 is when we plan on turning the site on fully, taking customers, distributors, people can go and order on 8/22, and then it's just going to, continue on month after month, year after year, with that same story, same everything, just pushing. So on 8/22, again in August, you're going to have that time from the 22nd of August to the 30th of August to get upgraded. And it's going to be a big deal to upgrade in August as opposed to September, because you're going to get the first NFT that's ever going to be created. So again, 10 years from now, and every month there's a new NFT. So you're going to have hundreds of NFTs. 10 years, there's only going to be one, very first one. So I highly recommend, but what's going to happen when people come in for free in August, we're going to allow them to keep their position through September. So we recommend ordering in August. If you don't order in August, you're already going to be out of the NFT program. So you're not ever going to get an NFT for order, and we have NFTs for other things. But if you don't order in August, you can still order in September and keep your position. If you don't order in September, then we're going to purge out all the free members and just build from there, all the people that are active. And then that's going to be the tree, and that's going to be always the tree. It's just going to build from that point on. And so it is a amazing time with the timing. And the reason it's so amazing is because of the 100 years of experience that we have, not each. Again, I've been doing this for 30 years, Travis for 25, JC for around 15, Tommy for over 20. You add all that up, again, we're right around 100 years or right in that ballpark of experience. And so this is stuff that we know how to do. We know that there'll be issues. Every company I've launched, there's always some issues. It's always a little bit different, but we don't see any major issues at all. We already have the product. So the product's already in inventory. The website's built. The back office is most of the way done. There's not a whole lot that could go wrong between now and the 22nd. We're really not waiting on very much. The app for building is probably going to be the last thing to launch. And right now, that's predicted the first week of September. So the first week or so, we're just going to be building through the Zoom calls and recorded calls and all of that type of information right around September or as early as possible. Then we'll have the app. We will have the lifestyle app with 5 non-negotiables before the 22nd. But the app for building, that's going to be our last deliverable. So we already have the products. We already have the site. We basically have, the foundation that we could already start taking orders, but we want to give people a chance to build out as big and as fast as they can, because there's only one time to be in at the very, very beginning. There's only, one, first chance. And we want to give you that chance to go as big and as fast as you possibly can. And so that's basically the things that I wanted to cover. There's a lot of exciting things happening, and a lot of things are going to be happening between now and the 8th. We don't plan on doing any more calls. We will be putting this out so that you can share it with people. The next call, we plan on being the biggest call that we've had. That's going to be 8/8 at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And probably all the people on this call will already be entered in before then. So we'll be giving you your links, and then you can start building for the next 2 weeks for free. Again, what I mean by free, it's always free to join. I mean, there's never a sign-up fee or anything like that, but no product purchase. You just go ahead and get started, and then we go from there. So Travis, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. If you want to close out, or JC wants to close out. Again, we appreciate all of your time, and couldn't be more excited about what we have going on. Travis, you're still muted.
Sorry about that. Hey, Dan, thank you so much. That was amazing. As we were talking, and literally my phone was lighting up with people saying, dude, Dan's killing it. Dan's doing awesome. And he really did. If you can't feel the passion in him, then I'm not sure what you're listening to. It's that passion, it's that drive that is making this such a success. So when you have belief in what you're doing and you know what you're doing, it really is a combination of greatness coming your way. So I'm very excited about it, Dan. Thank you so much, Dan, or JC. I'll turn the time over to you, let you close out. I am looking forward to seeing every one of you on 8/8 at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll get that link out, and this is going to be one fun ride. So thank you all for joining.
Thank you so much, Travis. Thank you so much, Sam. Well, guys, there you go. There you have it. Make sure that you have that date saved. Remember, it's 8/8, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll go ahead and share the link for the call as well, and obviously the flyer. So we're just excited to see you guys there. We'll see you there on August 8 at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on 8/8. Take care. Bye-bye.